Hi, my name is Dr. Kendra Bell. I'm applying for the administrative chief position in Peoria Unified. I have 4 questions to answer, so I'm going to get started. The first question is, please provide specific examples of your past professional successes that serve as indicators for my potential for future successes in Peoria Unified. First, I've served as Associate Superintendent in the North Kansas City School District for 10 years. That was in the Curriculum and Instruction Department. Probably some of the biggest successes in that particular job has to do with building an infrastructure for curriculum assessment, professional development, and also overseeing a variety of programs, including fine arts, gifted education, reading, math, etc. So building that in a technological approach so that the teachers have everything right at their fingertips. With that being said, we were a Pearson Showcase district, so we had ample resources to build that infrastructure. And that led to a tighter curriculum, tighter assessment and benchmark system in our school district, and eventually higher student achievement results. Another experience I had there was being responsible for what we decided to call the Achievement Plus program. That was a rebranding, if you will, away from calling those schools Title I schools and instead the Achievement Plus program. That meant for us that equitable resources needed to be in place in these 10 schools to improve our results for kids. So what we did was a variety of things. We had social workers. We began building healthcare opportunities with various partners. We worked with United Way and put in Success by 6 centers. We also provided a comprehensive dental program. We worked with Cerner, which is a medical software company, and all of the kids were screened medically prior to school by doctors, and we had a system for Medicaid reimbursement. So essentially it was an entire wraparound service program that we put in place for our Title I schools. A major part of that initiative was a 2-to-1 software package, technology package. This was achieved through a grant through the state of Missouri, and it was called the eMints program. So it was a curriculum that our teachers were trained in. They were required to take 100 hours of professional development, and with that, there were some commitments that the teachers had to make toward those schools. So we handled that through contracts, student loan forgiveness, and other incentive packages to ensure that once trained, those teachers stayed in those schools for the continuity aspect. Another success that I have that I'm particularly proud of was we took our stimulus money and decided that we would focus those funds toward middle school and high school needs. Those were certainly data-driven. We had a dropout problem in 2 of those high schools. We had credit recovery programs. We began to look at high school differently. We offered different schedules, including afternoon schedules. We had Saturday credit recovery. So it was a really big push to intervene with these students before they dropped out of school, knowing that those dropouts start to occur when they don't earn enough credits to keep up with their cohorts. So we really began to take a look at doing things differently at our high school, particularly at 9th grade in mathematics, and also in 10th and 11th grade, because that's where we were losing kids to drop out at those 2 schools. So those are some indicators of reasons I think I would be successful in Peoria Unified. Number 2, describe your vision for technology integration into the district schools and classrooms. So first, it says describe my vision. I would have to say that the key to successful technology integration is definitely a shared vision that's achieved through the governing board and the community. I like the approach of putting a fairly comprehensive steering committee with technology experts. Again, we worked closely with Pearson and community members who have a lot of expertise in technology. We also included parents, students, governing board members sat on that. So they were an integral part of moving us forward as a school district. I also believe it takes strong leadership, central strong leadership, because a written plan that really becomes a part of the strategic plan is essential. It needs to be a living, breathing document and certainly flexible, but it's going to guide the path towards what we need to achieve with technology in the school district. So that collaboration and strong central leadership for project management is important. It's important that district leadership understand that we cannot operate in silos and buy packages or software programs that are not comprehensive to the district. So too many times I have experienced departments purchasing software for a particular reason, for data entry, but then the data has to be entered in elsewhere, so there's double data entry. So we really have to work together to see what kinds of systems are needed district-wide and plan for a systemic technology integration for data. Obviously, in classrooms, it's about access. So I've been a part of one-to-one initiatives at the high school, one-to-one initiatives at the middle school in 8th grade, and also through a couple of grants, some 2-to-1 initiatives at the elementary level. So it's about access in terms of computer labs, what's available in classrooms. I'm a part of a district that established instructional standards for what we would see available in every classroom, and then the access that kids would have. That comes with a significant parent involvement piece. So we had plans for that level of parent involvement as well. Number 3, federal and state laws, governing board policy, and varied fiscal resources impact our day-to-day work. So this question is about navigating all of that. First of all, the decisions made about where resources go needs to be based on student data. So it's kind of a what the kids get first philosophy. I also believe in strategic planning with specific goals and objectives of where the district is going. And again, while the technology plan is a part of that, comprehensive planning, I think, is pretty essential to district effectiveness. I also know that we cannot plan and budget in silos. So federal programs, for example, needs to come together and plan effectively in terms of trying to reach the needs of kids for all those title programs, including in Title I schools in reading and mathematics, and also in ELL programming. So that should be a shared decision-making process, in my opinion. And also that comprehensive budgeting planning should also needs to occur and not be in isolation. I think number 4, I'm the best candidate because of those experiences, particularly as associate superintendent in North Kansas City. I have a lot of experience in pre-K 12 school districts. I also a part of Fenwick English's auditing, which has a lot to do with a comprehensive look at school districts, from school board policy to equity to curriculum and instruction and to the allocation of resources. So those audits that I've done over the years have informed my practice and has allowed me to look fairly critically at practices in school districts. Thank you for your consideration.